Hi everyone. As part of the series of videos covering the fundamentals related to money management and investment, today I want to talk about another fundamental concept, that is asset allocation. Asset allocation is very important and it can form the guiding principle around which the investment decisions can be made, and also buying and selling decisions related to the investments and securities can be made. What is asset allocation? When we talk about asset allocation, we basically consider the investment portfolio. What is investment portfolio? The investment portfolio is the basket of securities or asset classes wherein the investments are made, providing the diversification requirements, and basically there are diverse securities that form part of investment portfolio. So what are these different asset classes? These are equity or stock market, or there could be debt instruments like debt mutual funds, bonds, or fixed deposit. There could be real estate, there could be gold or precious metals, and maybe some part in cryptocurrency, which is highly volatile instrument if somebody considers investing in that area. The basic starting principle that I recommend to anyone, a thumb rule, is how much to invest in equity. That's the starting point. So the thumb rule for that is 100 minus age. So if someone is 45 years old, then 100 minus 45 is 55. That person should invest 55% in equity or stock market. Now that's a very basic thumb rule, but based on detailed risk profiling and one's individual situation, this percentage can go high or low. But since I have to provide information to everyone over here, so that this could be a starting point. So for 45 years age person, 55% of total investment portfolio should go into equity or stock market. What about the remaining 45%? That can go in various other asset classes like debt instruments, fixed deposits, or bonds, or debt mutual funds. And between 5 to 10% should go in gold. I have created another video wherein I have covered how to invest in gold, whether to buy physical gold or e-gold or gold mutual funds or ETFs or sovereign gold bonds, which is a very good option. So total investment in gold should be somewhere between 5% to 10% of investment portfolio. So if 10% goes in gold, 55% goes in equity. Now remaining 35% that can go in real estate or fixed deposit or debt mutual funds. So that way the diversification is being done. And as the age increases, the risk appetite decreases. So correspondingly, the exposure to volatile instruments should go down. So equity allocation should go down correspondingly, or cryptocurrency, that's even more volatile instruments. So any volatile instrument exposure should be within that 100 minus age, that kind of percentage. So if the age goes to 55, then the exposure to volatile instrument should be 100 minus 55, that is the 45%. How does this asset allocation help? Let's assume that at age of 45, 55% allocation is in equity, and now all of a sudden certain spurt in the market happens and the asset allocation of equity goes from 55% to say 60%. Now this asset allocation should be checked periodically. I recommend half yearly checking of this asset allocation. So when the periodic evaluation of asset allocation happens, and if we find that equity allocation has gone to 60%, this 5% should be booked and redistributed among the other asset classes to bring back the asset allocation back to 55% equity and 45% in other corresponding asset classes. What's the benefit of this? The benefit is that one doesn't panic if the stock market crashes, one doesn't fall into greed if the stock market goes up. And there is a smooth, stable growth that happens. Let's consider the reverse scenario. Let's say the stock market crashes and the equity allocation comes down from 55% to say 45%. In that case, since the market is low, it is an opportunity for investment. A person with having a stable view of asset allocation, he will rebalance his portfolio and from other securities move money to the equity side and bring back the asset allocation back to 55% equity and 45% in other asset classes. So you see like how it's providing a stable view, because otherwise if all of a sudden market crashes, people start wondering like whether they should move out of the market or they should invest more. They don't have clarity. But if the asset allocation is properly defined, in that case they have a guiding principle, the guiding rule based on which they can say that whether I should be doing, what action should I be taking in this market, whether I should be buying more or whether I should be selling or profit booking. So you see how asset allocation becomes so useful because it's going to provide the foundation based on which you can take the buy or sell decision related to equity as well as other equity classes also. So that's why asset allocation is so useful. It provides very peace of mind. One is sure where one is and one is working with the right investment principles. And one is also ensured that as the age is growing, the portfolio is going to be more stable, less volatile. And one is young, one has more risk appetite. One can go for higher volatility and be more growth oriented. So this asset allocation principle that way takes care of a very fundamental need of being decisiveness and not fall into unnecessary panic or not fall for unnecessary greed. So I hope this asset allocation principle makes sense and you make use of this in your investment related decisions. Join my MegaMoney community, wherein I provide guidance related to all money management and investment related strategies and the fundamental principles, so that you make best use of the money that you are making and not lose it by falling prey to greed or fear. So if you have your own stable mindset and some basic knowledge, you can very well manage money yourselves. So that's what my mission is. As part of MegaMoney community, I teach people how to manage money themselves. And believe me, it's not that difficult. It's a very simple thing and it can be done very easily. So follow me on social media for more such videos. And that's all for now. Thank you. Bye.